Okay. I want you to kind of focus between in this. Oh, did you just see that? What the hell is that?
I have no idea what that was. That was not an animal.
As cool as that is, this spot just does not feel safe. We might move.
Deep in the forests of South Africa, a peaceful solo hike turned into something far more chilling for Erlo. He had been exploring the mountains, camera in hand, enjoying the stillness of the woods, when an unnerving sound echoed through the trees.
Only entrance and exit for this entire valley, and you can see it's very narrow, so it's very easy to funnel the animals in one spot. You know exactly where they'll be walking. It's very dense around here, so I guess animals can walk wherever they want. They don't need the trail, but I'm almost 100% convinced we'll catch some animals on this trail. Just look at how nice that is. I reckon this tree could maybe work, although that's going to be very obvious. Maybe if we find something that's a little bit further into the tree line, so it's better hidden, this could perhaps work.
It was loud, guttural, alien, not an animal, not a person, something else. Instinct kicked in. Erlo didn't hesitate. He turned and ran, the sound chasing him through the undergrowth.
I have no idea what that was. That was not an animal. I think I'm gonna leave.
His camera cut out as he fled the scene, leaving behind 1,000 questions and an eerie silence. Whatever it was, one thing was clear. It wasn't human. And Erlo was lucky to get out when he did. Jeff, the man behind Exploring Alabama, spends his days diving into woodlands, metal detecting, and uncovering old history around him. But what he found on Easter Sunday would haunt him forever. That day, Jeff was out exploring the forest, metal detector in hand, when something unusual caught his eye.
What I gotta know, is it a piece of a barrel? I've never seen a barrel with heavy iron like that. Let's look under it and put it back since there was a widow spider under there. That is a human mandible.
Partially buried in the mud, he found what looked like a human jawbone. As he washed it in a nearby stream, it became painfully clear. This wasn't some replica or relic. it was real. Moments later, he spotted another piece nearby, part of a human skull. Emotions overwhelmed him. He knew he had stumbled onto something serious.
That is part of a human skull. I pulled it out. This is very disturbing to me. I pulled that out. I thought that was the points to a young buck. But I have spent enough time identifying deceased people by their dental records to know they did not have their molars removed and were all the way down to first, second bicuspid, cuspid, and the laterals. I don't know what to do. I mean, I know what to do. I'm just a long way from anywhere. I tell you, the biggest thing that's bothering me right now is my heart's breaking, and I mean this literally to the point of it kind of makes me want to cry, because somebody was looking for that person.
He called the authorities, and soon after, investigators and bloodhounds arrived. Jeff led them to the site.
If you was living here.
So there's 1, 2, 3.
Probably. Yeah, the chief is still missing.
So now it's just a matter of walking around and finding anything that may pertain to what they think happened. There was some sort of clan up here, not like that kind of clan, but a group, and their chief is still missing.
The next morning, pile of bear poop.
Dig it for DNA. Yeah, right here's the original crossing.
Oh, okay.
Across these rocks right here.
Yeah. So we're out here with the actual sheriff now. Huh?
There was kids living out here.
There's toys up there.
Yeah.
There's the bouncy ball and some other.
Well, I was not the sheriff at the time.
There is a sticker. Just letting you know.
Oh, what you seen today?
Oh,
When they got here, when they got up to that camp that day after the...
Weeks later, he returned with an update. The remains he found had a chilling backstory. Years earlier, a couple had encountered 2 women broken down on the road. But it was a trap. They were led into the woods, ambushed. One man lost his life in the attack.
I'm back out in one of the most beautiful creeks I've seen in the national forest. And those of you who know the video I put out about finding some human remains, you know that this is the creek. I'll start at the end of the story. The last part of the story is when I asked investigators, police, sheriff, and everything if I find any more. I don't even like to say the word pieces, parts, bones. It's just horrible in my head. If I find any more, and that's the way I put it, I think, you can just let it go, since you kind of know who it is. And since it's an old story, it's this, it's that. And they clearly told me no. So this time, I brought my detector with me because where the campsite was, or where the, I don't know if it would be called a campsite, it's a campsite. Where it was, there's a lot of stuff on the ground, and I think there's still some unanswered questions. So, if I find something of any significance, I will let the authorities know. It was a young couple, I believe, from Florida. Their relationship status I know nothing about, but I think the news article said that they were simply a young couple enjoying hanging out. I don't think they were married. So they were just out and drove to see Chiha. They saw two women who appeared to be broke down and stopped to help. The two women took them off in the woods to rob them. The guy had a weapon, which turned into, and of course, I believe one of the girls or women did too. I don't know anybody's ages, other than the young couple. I believe were in their 20s. So, long story short, after shots were fired, the young man who was trying to defend himself and the young lady he was with lost his life.
Later, a local cult was linked to a second death, a dispute over leadership that ended in violence. The man Jeff had found was one of the victims.
Off-grid, government-hating, what is written in the papers to be a religious cult was found out about. So the tragedy that happened roughly 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years ago. No, it was about 3 years ago. When that all unfolded, they realized that 3 years or so before that, there was a chief to this religious cult. The chief, the leader, the one who called the shots. A young man from, I believe, Silicaja came up here. And I don't know how it all played out, but it might have taken a little while. He wanted to be the chief. So as the story goes, they went up on a mountain somewhere to talk about it, a hill, and only one of them returned. He took the life of the young man who wanted to, I don't know if he just wanted to talk about being a chief or they really went up there to fight, I don't know. Nor do I know how he passed. The chief that lost his life, the young man who decided to leave and join a cult in the woods, is the one that I found.
Jeff never imagined his peaceful day of exploring would end in such a chilling discovery. A harsh reminder that sometimes the woods hold more than just forgotten history. On September 6th, 2015, a man camping alone in Arizona captured something on camera that has never been explained. As he sat beside his fire in the darkness, strange lights began to flash through the trees. Not from a torch, not a drone. These lights were unnatural, glowing in strange colors, shifting in size, appearing and disappearing in total silence.
This is gonna be really weird. Oh, what the hell? Did you see that? Okay. I'm alone in the middle of the forest. I have wandered around all day. I mean, way out in the forest. I've wandered around all day. There's nobody here. I'm the only one. And I keep seeing these flashes off in the distance in the trees. It's really weird. Hang on. Let me see if I can get you guys to see it. It happens about every minute. It's really strange. Let me see if you can see it. Hang on a second. I know it's dark, guys. Okay. I want you to kind of focus between in this. Oh, did you just see that? What the hell is that? Did you hear the elk? Okay, the middle of these trees. Up here. Hang on. This is... Okay, hang on. Oh, my God. Up there. Oh, okay. Hi from Idaho. Okay. Up there in these trees. Off. Oh, did you see that flash? It looked like between the two trees, it keeps flashing once in a while. Really weird, and I'm the only one out here. Hi, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off. Let's see if you, because it keeps doing it. Let's see if you see it. Do you hear the elk? I have no axe, nothing. Now, did you just see that? Did you see it? Did you see it? Did you see it? No, there is no, look at, I don't know.
He turned off his flashlight to get a better look. No one else was out there. Just him, the forest, and whatever those lights were. He went live to his viewers, hoping someone could explain it, but no one could.
Back it up. I don't know if you guys can keep seeing this behind me when I'm doing this here. Hang on. That is really weird. I'm like, let me get a little closer. There we go. Maybe you'll see it behind me. I've wandered everywhere in the forest here all day, and I see every star in the sky. There's no clouds. There were earlier. There's nothing. But this light keeps flashing up in the trees, different areas. It's really weird, and I don't know how to describe it because it keeps flashing in different areas of the trees. Sometimes it's lower, sometimes it's higher, and I don't know what it is. I just hear elk around. It's kind of freaky. All right, I'll turn it back again. Hang on. Yeah, it is really freaky. I've never seen anything like it. Okay. All right, let's see if we can see it now. No helicopter. Oh, did you see it? It's over there in the trees. All right, here we go. I'm gonna shut the light off. Give it a second. Wow, there's 106 people witnessing this light. Hang on. This is really strange. Oh, that was kind of a dim in a different area. I've got the fire to my back here, so it's kind of hard for me to see in the distance, and maybe you won't see it as well, but I think you saw it a few times. This is the same area that Travis Walton got abducted from the movie Fire in the Sky. I'm in the same area. And I keep seeing things in the trees, and that's really odd. I've never seen anything like that. And trust me, I was out in that direction, way out there. No firefly, it's a big flash. See, did you see it? Did you see it? I don't know if I saw it on the screen. I was looking ahead and I saw it. You did see it? Sometimes it'll be straight off that way. Sometimes it'll be over there. Sometimes it'll be there. Sometimes it'll be up higher. Sometimes it'll be down lower to the ground. See, let me see. Oh. And it's like middle of the trees there. Okay, I'm gonna wander. I'm gonna get the flashlight out a little wider here. I may need to put some new batteries in this and start a new thing again. But trust me, I was out there. No light. Oh, no lightning bugs that big. Okay, look right here between these two trees. I just saw it a minute ago. I'm gonna shut the light off. Actually, I'll keep my light on the ground so you know it's not me doing it. Actually, Even when I was shining the light out there, it would do it. All right, hang on. Of course, now. It's weird. No, I am way far from the road. Trust me, I've wandered this area all day today. The road, there's a little path, like almost like a 4x4 trail I came in, and I know it's Memorial Day weekend and there's campers, but I went to an unmarked road, just a little dirt 4x4 road with my car, and got in here. I'm surprised I made it. Of course, now it's not doing it. I wandered everywhere. I mean, way out there today, all over, and there was no camping, I heard nothing, nobody today. Oh, did you see that again?
Some suggested a known legend in the area, that of a Bigfoot sighting, or something even more bizarre. He filmed as long as he could. The lights never approached, but they also never left.
Oh, I just saw it again. All right, I'm gonna kind of sit here for a while and figure out what this is. Walk towards it. If you were out here alone, would you walk? Now it keeps looking like it's shining through the trees like a flashlight, but it doesn't hit the ground. It stays in the middle of the trees, about, I'd say 20 to 30, oh, that's like 30, 40 feet in the air. And it like shoots like in one direction. It's like flash, but it looks like it's moving, but it doesn't hit the ground and it doesn't go beyond the tops of the trees. It just stays in the middle. I think it's a fucking UFO or something that's beyond up there. Oh, that's too trippy. Hang on. I don't know what it is. And honestly, it's kind of freaking me out. I got goosebumps.
To this day, no one knows what he saw in those woods. But one thing's for sure, it wasn't something from this world. Natasha had always dreamed of waking up to breathtaking mountain views, and one day she made the bold decision to leave behind the life she once knew, trading it all in for freedom, nature, and a van, shared only with her 3 beloved cats. On this particular journey, she wanted to push herself further than ever before. Determined to camp deep within the back roads, she followed her GPS along a steep, narrow path winding into the wilderness. But what looked like a shortcut soon turned into a treacherous drive.
Now that the weather is finally warm enough to do this and I'm in Squamish, I'm gonna go look for a spot where we can camp tonight. But first we get supplies. I'm starting to get a little nervous because we seem to be driving out a lot further than I anticipated. I'm following my GPS that's guiding me to a place that I saw on iOverlander. Feels like we're just driving forever into the abyss. And yep, I'm a little nervous. We just turned off the highway. This is where we are, and there are people here, so I know that I won't die. That's good. I'm still a little nervous though. This is a really, oh my God. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. This is a pretty narrow road, quite bumpy, and I'm not sure what this old Dodge Grand Caravan can handle. Oh my God, excuse my language, but oh my God, I'm officially terrified because I can't turn around and that is a steep cliff. Oh my God, oh my God.
With every turn, the road seemed more unforgiving, and a growing sense of unease gripped her. Then, a sign. Road deactivated. Her nerves took over. The risk felt too much. Just as she began to second-guess her decision, her van began to roll backward down the slope, completely on its own.
So we got a place to turn around. We're in a fork in the road, and the GPS is not telling me which way to go. Warning, road deactivated. I hope it's not that one. So someone's behind us and they're actually taking the deactivated road. So now I'm confused because I was thinking maybe we should take the road that's not deactivated. But that one says, okay, that says Cat Lake, which is the paid campground, I think. And where we're supposed to be going is above Cat Lake. This looks like it's above Cat Lake. I don't know. I think I'm gonna risk it and go up this deactivated road. I'm a little bit scared, and by a little bit I mean a lot. Oh my god, use extreme caution. Oh my god, okay, no, I don't know, man. Okay, and the car is like literally slipping backwards. How steep is this hill? Okay, we're going to Cat Lake instead because I'm quite terrified. I'm honestly pretty tempted just to turn around and go home right now. I'm too scared to do this.
Panic set in. Natasha managed to bring it to a stop, heart racing, adrenaline high. Unsure whether to continue or retreat, she paused. The mountains around her were beautiful, hauntingly still. With the terrain as steep as it was, she weighed her options. Should she try to climb the road others seemed to have taken, or stay put and play it safe? After some time, she found a quiet little clearing, a small campsite, complete with an old fire pit. It felt like a sign.
I'm stunned and stressed out at the same time. Check this out. That is stunning. But at the same time, I'm concerned that in the middle of the night that we're going to accidentally roll down the hill or something. Or maybe even just get hit by somebody else coming down this road. And I'm scared to go further in because I don't know if this car can handle these roads. And it's not like I can call for a tow. Is that a fire pit? Oh my god. That's a fire pit! It is a camping spot. I'm not taking the van down that road. And I don't really want to stay at a fire here away from the cats. So I think we're just gonna go back to the van and take out the camp stove.
She parked her van nearby and began to set up camp, trying to shake off the fear that still lingered from the drive. But as the forest closed in and the sun began to set behind the mountains, strange noises began to echo around her. Not human, not animals either. Just something.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Is that supposed to be a bird? Because it sounds like the predator. I truly don't feel safe here. I'm slowly taking things out of the van because I'm trying to find something to prop up the camp stove with, because this is going to hang off the side if I put them here. And as I'm doing this, I realize how I'm becoming increasingly more vulnerable as I take stuff out of the van. It's not like I could just slam the door shut and take off, because I gotta put all this stuff back in the van. And then I'm hearing this weird ass sound from the woods. Okay, there are people coming. Either they're coming to keep me company or kill me. We're gonna find out. Stay tuned. So they didn't kill me, but they didn't stay. They all went up that road that I was afraid to go up.
Alone, vulnerable, and miles from help, Natasha forced herself to stay calm as she continued unpacking her gear, pretending not to notice the unsettling sounds that refused to go away. They continued for a while, low, distant, until Eventually, they stopped. Only then could she breathe again. She made herself a warm meal, sipped on a drink, hugged her cats close, and tried to find peace in the quiet evening air.
What I've learned from this experience is that the idea of all this wild camping is really fun. You know, the main draw, or one of the main draws to van life for me, was getting closer to nature, and this idea that you can just go out into the backwoods anytime and go free camp, whatever. But in reality, what are you doing? Okay. In reality, it's not how I pictured. It's much more complicated and scary. Like it was supposed to be peaceful and calming to just go out in nature and chill. But when you think about potentially getting stuck in the mud or a pothole or falling in a ditch or having car troubles or bears or mountain lions or anything else that is a threat out in the middle of nature when you're all alone, for me, that's what I think of.
But the peace didn't last long. As darkness crept in and the wind began to whistle through the trees, Natasha couldn't shake the feeling that something, or someone, was watching her. Every noise snapped her out of any sense of calm. Eventually, the fear became too overwhelming.
I honestly don't know if we're gonna sleep here tonight, because as cool as that is, this spot just does not feel safe. We might move. There's a mosquito. It was just a mosquito. I'm a little jumpy. It started to get dark pretty fast, so I scrambled to finish my food and then shove everything back in the van. Now it's getting pretty dark, and I really just want to get out of here. I don't want to sleep here for the night. I'm just too creeped out. Every single little noise that I heard, I was like, oh my God, what is that? Is that a bear? I just can't. I can't do it.
She quickly packed up her things and hit the road again, hoping to find another spot before it got too dark. But just as she started driving, a truck suddenly came speeding up behind her, headlights on full beam, blinding her through her mirrors. The truck stayed uncomfortably close, practically forcing her off the narrow mountain road.
I started driving. The sign in front of me told me that I can't turn left, so I turned right, and it's pitch black, no lights on the side of the road. I have trouble seeing at night. I really don't like driving at night. And then I start realizing there's nowhere to pull off and nowhere to turn around for like forever, and I'm possibly going to end up in Whistler. Then on top of it, a truck starts driving behind me, really right up on my butt, like tailgating me, and with his high beams on or whatever, and he's doing it on purpose. And I'm going like 85 in a 90. It's not like I'm going too slow. I'm just going too slow for him. And I saw a turn off for a lookout, but he was right on my ass. I couldn't even slow down, so he almost ran me off the road, and there was nothing else I could do. So, yeah.
With her heart pounding and emotions spiraling, she finally found a safer place to pull over and catch her breath. Natasha managed to find another spot to rest for the night, one that felt less exposed, less threatening. But the whole experience served as a harsh reminder. When you're out in the wild alone, you never really know what's waiting for you just beyond the trees. In the remote Wood-Tikchik State Park, Alaska, a group of campers thought they were in for a peaceful trip surrounded by nothing but nature. But what they got was a brush with something far more dangerous. As they sat by the fire and settled in, one of the campers spotted movement in the bushes. They weren't alone. A massive bear lurked just within the trees, watching them.
There's a bear right here, and Abe's out there. Come on. Come on, Joe. Right here. He's over here. Abe. Stay there. There's a bear right here. Go on. Get out of here.
One of the campers quickly ran to his tent and returned with a weapon, not to harm, but to defend if needed. He raised it and began to speak in a deep voice, trying to scare the bear off. The tension was unbearable.
Get out of here. Go on. Get bear. Get out of here. Get out. Abe, stay there. Stay there. He's coming down the beach. Abe is? Okay. Go on. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Eventually, the bear turned and ran. The man followed from a distance, making sure it wasn't circling back. His quick thinking may have saved their lives. In situations like this, one wrong move could have changed everything. Kat and Andy live full-time in their RV with their young son and dogs, traveling wherever the road and weather allows. They've seen just about everything nature can throw their way. But in this particular video, they document one of the most intense storms they've ever faced. It started 2 days before the worst of it. Dark skies rolled in, and rain poured down in waves. Concerned about their safety, they packed up what they could and drove to a relative's house nearby.
Rain is just starting to drop. We are getting hit in about 45 minutes where our location is in Ohio right now. We really didn't know if this storm was going to be like super significant to our area. It has been confirmed it is. And so we are not wasting any time. We're just getting everything prepared. Gonna start getting ready to go in about 30 minutes. And we're not happy about it. With how big it is projected to be, we do not want to be just sitting ducks in our camper right now. Throwing the dogs outside to go pee one more time, getting everyone dressed and ready to go. So we are prepared. All right, this storm hit hard and fast out of nowhere. Okay, there's lightning. All right, come on. That's it. Oh, is that thunder? Holy crap. All right, guys, go, go, go. Woo. Oh my gosh, that came out of nowhere.
It's starting to get pretty dark outside. Your car's locked. All right, let's go somewhere other than an RV.
Oh my gosh. It's not even technically here yet either.
Oh no, no, this is far from here.
Not long after they arrived, they received a tornado warning, one that sent them running inside, just as thunderstorms began to strike all around them.
Well, we have no choice but to go to our safe place because Target closes in an hour and this storm is going to last for 3. The wall of the storm is just like off to our left and it just looks like just party lights going off. You can just see all the lightning. You can hear just
party lights.
You can hear all the thunder. It just sounds like bombs going off. And we just know that's going to hit in like 15 minutes here.
That would be nice.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the wind just picked up so much. Okay, what's the plan? Just get in as quickly as possible?
Hold on, is that sound wind or is it?
I don't know. I think we just need to get the boys in as quickly as possible. All right. After me.
Thankfully, they were safe. But the calm didn't last long. A couple of days later, another major storm began to build. This time, they were back in their RV when the warnings hit. With little time to spare, Andy managed to leave work early, and they checked into a nearby hotel.
We're probably not going to vlog too much out here because the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. We have a huge storm, bigger storm than there was on Sunday, and it's about to hit us in about 2 hours maybe. So Andrew's trying to get off work early. We have a level 3 of likelihood of tornadoes and hail and damaging winds. Not in a great spot for this storm. Unfortunately, we're under like a tornado watch, hopefully not warning, until like 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. So it's really gonna hit us late tonight. Probably not gonna be in this Airstream because we don't want to chance it. That's just not smart. We learned in Florida, there's nothing scarier than a tornado warning with tornadoes touching down around you when it's pitch black outside and it's in the middle of the night. Most terrifying thing. We are safe and sound in a home 2 suites. Right now we're just like on the radar, watching all the different weather forecasters just pop off on all these supercells. There's so many tornadoes on the ground in surrounding states. So we'll see what happens when it comes through Ohio right now. But in the meantime, we are out of our camper. We are in a hotel room, the first floor. We have a box of donuts that Andrew picked up, some coffee, and we're gonna watch the storm roll on through.
Inside the hotel room, they monitored the radar closely. Phones in hand, watching live updates, tornadoes touching down in nearby towns. They prepared for the worst, lining the bathroom with mattresses and helmets in case one came their way. From the window, they could see the storm rage on, lightning flickering across the sky, winds howling, rain smashing against the glass. At one point, they received notice that a tornado had touched down dangerously close.
We need to watch this right here, south of Dayton, north of Middletown. You got a little area of rotation developing right there. Near Centerville and Kettering. You have a couple areas of rotation attempting to develop here, right over Centerville. And this is probably about to drop a tornado. The velocities are pretty strong on radar, going right into Bellbrook, and as well as Xenia. Areas of rotation attempting to develop here, right over Centerville.
Right where we holy crap, man. Should we go to the bathroom?
Huh?
Should we go to the bathroom? Babe, that wind is picking up like minute.
This is an urgent alert. A tornado is on the ground.
There's been a lot of rain around that rotation. It's also near the Walmart Supercenter right now, actually, in White's Corner. So there's actually the Walmart Supercenter, the Kohl's, and as well as the Lowe's at Home Improvement Store are right next to where this possible tornado are.
They basically just spawned right outside of our window. Right as the guys on this show said that there was strong rotational activity developing right over Centerville, Ohio.
So look where it is right now. So it's just passing us right now.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Days later, when it was safe to return, they went back to their RV. But their nightmare was far from over. New warnings were coming in, not of tornadoes, but floods. The park where their RV was located sat next to rivers and a dam, and water levels were rising fast. Driving through the area, they witnessed roads completely swallowed by water. Their RV remained untouched, but much of the surrounding area wasn't as lucky. This experience was a reminder that while life on the road can be beautiful, nature is unpredictable. And sometimes, it doesn't give you a second chance. Most of these campers made it out safe, but none of them walked away the same. Which of these encounters gave you chills? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Because when night falls in the forest, you never know what's lurking just beyond your campsite.